Hello students, I Dr. Apurvan, Dean School of Engineering, Professor and Head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Babu Banarsi Das University. Today going to take lecture number 10 on advanced welding RME 081, and today's topic will be advantages and disadvantages and use application of plasma arc welding PAW, and we are going to study about submerged arc welding. Students, this plasma arc welding, in my last lecture I have told you, I have make you understand, I have tried to make you to go through the working part, and in this part we are going to see how it what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages of this plasma arc welding. We basically know that plasma arc welding is used for thicker material, it is used for cutting purpose also, and it is better than TIG welding in terms of penetrating to the too deep. So, and submerged arc welding is a different type of welding. When I will come on it, I will start with a slide where I will make you understand, think that what and how and why we are studying submerged arc welding. Now, this is the contents of today, and in this content advantages and disadvantages of plasma arc welding will be studied, application of plasma arc welding as I have told you in the beginning, and at the end we will be studying about submerged arc welding. Now, advantages of plasma arc welding. We are doing it for a particular purpose, because when we have studied TIG welding in my last lecture I have told you, then it was, if you are working on a from TIG welding, we are working on thinner materials. So, the search of doing welding on thicker material started, and then we have studied this plasma arc welding. So, what are the advantages of it? Torch design allow better control of the arc. So, remember the gases, ionized gases, plasma is coming out. So, with the help of that torch, you can have a better arc control coming out, which was not possible from tungsten electrodes and all or other electrodes earlier, non-consumable electrodes or consumable electrodes. Here that advantage we are getting. This method provide more freedom to observe and control welding. So, you can have better control of and you can see the welding going on. The higher the heat concentration and plasma jet allows faster travel speed. So, the productivity, the traveling time increases, travel time is more, so it will be done in the faster time, and again the productive time is, it is more productive. Productive time means you can complete the work in a faster way. The high temperature and high heat concentration of plasma allow the keyhole effect. Now, what is keyhole effect? If you have seen the locks and all, keyhole is there, that means it can concentrate to that accuracy and precision where you can get a small any type of you want to say you want to do the welding, or that keyhole advantage effect you are going to get. Concentrate that plasma to that area and you will get the keyhole effect. This provide complete penetration with the single pass welding of many joints. When you join from a it is a single pass operation. The heat affected zone HAZ is smaller compared to gas tungsten arc welding. Gas tungsten arc welding, when you compare it, heat affecting zone is less. That means the material property is not going to change, which is because the concentration of that plasma is, you can keyhole effect. So, it is not moving here and there. As a result, what is happening, that when it is not moving here and there, the effect of that on the metal is area is less. So this basically gives you advantage that material property is not going to change. It uses less current as compared to other welding processes. This is another advantage we get from plasma arc welding. Disadvantages, again I will say students that whatever advantages we have certain level of disadvantages also. It produces wider welds and heat affected zone compared to laser beam welding and electron beam welding. LBW and electron weld welding is EBW. Students, we will take these two weldings in my coming classes, but when you compare this plasma arc welding, the length of the arc and the cross section of the arc, when I said keyhole welding can be we can get keyhole effect welding, but from the other welding technique like laser beam welding or electron beam welding, the effect is lesser in here in case of plasma arc welding. Plasma welding equipments is very costly, hence it will have higher setup cost. Again these type of welding are special purpose welding, and you know students this type of welding, when you are saying that you are getting keyhole effect, that means it is a specialized equipment, and the cost of, because of this, the cost of it is very high. So the setup cost is, startup cost is also very high, and it is used for special purposes, and where high like in aircraft industry, aerospace industry, these weldings are very frequently used. But when you come to on simple welding methods, simple manufacturing equipments and all, you do not need these things. I already said that need is there. Why this welding only? Why you need this welding? So you need this welding for getting that keyhole effect type welding, or you want to want a cleaner cutting of material. So these type of welding are very important there. It produces ultraviolet and infrared radiation. This is another problem with this, because you are ionizing the gas, plasma is coming out. So this gases radiation comes out, and it is hazardous for health. The method produces higher noise on the order of about 100 dB. So noise is very high, and when workers are working, they have to put a cap on their eye. The torch is bulky, hence manual welding is bit difficult and required a special training as mentioned. So lot of economies they involved in this. The cost is high, the training is high, and while using also a special training is needed, because the equipment torch is very bulky. Application of plasma arc welding. This welding is used in marine and aerospace industries. This is used to weld pipes and tubes of stainless steel or titanium. It is mostly used in electronic industry. It is used to repair tools, dies and molds. Remember students, when I am giving you example, I am giving you example, mechanical examples, tools, dies and molds, which are because when you take name of tools, you take name of die, you take name of mold, you need to understand the accuracy should be very, accuracy and precision of keyhole level of welding is required, and these manufacturing parts are also need this type of if you are working on it on these things, you need a high precise welding, accurate welding, precise and accurate welding to be done. This is used for welding or coating on turbine blades also. So another application is the turbine blades welding or coating, this type of welding is used. I already have told you that plasma arc welding has a lot of use in aerospace industry and aircraft industry. Now, that was all about plasma arc welding, and I am showing you this picture. If you can identify what is there, and you can think of that you are opening a company and or you are an engineer and you have been given task to weld these pipes, how you will do it? How you will do it is will help you in understanding that you need a special type of welding method. Earlier plasma arc welding, if you see, TIG welding, if you see, there you are welding on a part. In a plasma arc welding also you might be doing cutting, tool and die, you are working tool, die and small where high precision was required. But to weld this, students in your city nowadays you must have seen flyovers, steel girders are there. Same way, if a steel girdle I section steel girder is kept on this fixture and you need to weld it, that big fixtures are to be welded. You start thinking now, how you are going to weld these things? The answer can be, if you do with sir, I can do this with arc welding, I can do with the gas welding. Yes, it is possible, you can weld and you can make joints, but think that this pipe is to be used for some purpose. Girders are to be used for purpose. Bridge girders, if you the welding, if you do by hand, it will take time, as well as the welding, there will be in welding quality there will be variation. Suppose 5 welders are doing the welding, there will be variation, and if variation is there, who will be responsible for quality check? Who is going to take responsibility that this girder is not going to fail, this pipe is not going to fail? See the picture, and then if you start thinking, the best way to do this type of welding is that you need a specialized welding. It is kept on the fixture, if you see it is kept, if you see it is on the rails. So, everything has been taken care to maintain the order of accuracy of welding, accuracy and precision of welding, so that the tolerance of very close tolerance can be achieved, not where lot of variation in the welding is allowed here. So, same happens with the I sections girders when you use in bridge and all. The same level of welding is required throughout the girder joints. I section you can remember, I section or T section you remember. So, if you want to weld here and it is say about 20 meters or 15 meters or 10 meters is there, then you need to do the welding at a single stretch. So, the rails are there, you can keep on moving with the welding technique, and then the same type of welding you are going to weld beds, you are going to get in the same. So, if you understood this problem, then this type of welding which I am going to explain now is very helpful here. This is called as submerged arc welding, and student, you see here the same pipe is there which I was showing there, and you can see this, the same pipe is there, and now it is at micro level. You can see the welding equipments doing the welding for you. If you can see, this is hopper, you can see this is the arc. You cannot see the arc here because it is done, hopper is putting granules in it in order to it has certain use, and arc is generated here and it is moving, this table is moving and this pipe is fixed and the table is moving from in a straight on the help with the help of rails, it is moving, and it will do the welding from say I have given example 10 meters you have to weld, it can move to 10 meters. You can fix your parts, and different parts to be welded can be fixed with the help of fixtures, jigs and all, and then this part this welding machine, this is the welding machine, that is submerged arc welding, is going to move from starting A position to B position in a controlled manner, and you can go do the welding. So, now and and students, it is very surprised to know that why this welding techniques we need, and that is when you see my first lecture, I said what is the need of advanced welding. This is the need of advanced welding. You want to make the bridge a very fast manner. In Uttar Pradesh, if you go in major cities, you will see the construction going on, bridges are constructed. You want to make this project for 10 years or in 2 years or 1 year rather. So, these techniques are helping us now. You can make the girders, you can take take that on the site, put it on the columns, and do the other activities, civil activities, and the bridge is ready in a very short time. So, these welding techniques has given this advantage. So, that is the need of advanced welding. I am explaining, I am regularly telling in my lectures, you have to understand why we are doing this. So, this is an arc welding process discovered in 1935 by Jones, Kennedy and Rothmund. I may be not taking the name properly, excuse these things for me. Samaj arc welding SAW is a common arc welding process that involves the formation of an arc between a continuously feed electrode sorry, and the workpiece. The blanket of powdered flux generated a protective gas shield and a slag, and may also be used to add alloying elements to the weld pool, which protects the welding zone. So, it is protecting the welding zone. Welding process used a long welding process. This welding process is used in longer pipe welding, electric poles, turbines. Extra means what example I have given, girders, many more things which are long in size, long and bulky in size. Again, this is the line diagram. As you can see, this is the workpiece, this is the electrode, and this is the hopper from which the flux is keep on the welding is going on, and the hopper is coming and coating the welding part. Flux feed joint is there. This is flux layer, weld deposits, slag layer. This is weld deposit. This is weld deposit yellow. This is slag layer and residual of flux layer. So, that has to be removed, and this is moving from one side to other side. It can move other, it depends on the type of setup we have. So, consumable electrode is there, power source is there, granular flux is there, base metal and electrode holder is there. Consumable electrode is the electrode which is having current on it, and when it touches the workpiece it gets melt there. The power source, the for operation of welding power required to generate a good amount of heat, so that workpiece and electrode can melt easily. Spark produced between them, the spark is produced between them. Granular flux, the main function of granular flux is to avoid the exceeding heat which is generated and when electrode touches the workpiece. So, granular flux is the arc is generated and the granular flux is coming on it, and so that it is covering the arc, and the electrode which is melting is inside that. The base material is the metal on which welding is to be done. The carbon steels, low alloy steels, stainless steels, nickel based alloys are used in this as a base material. You can weld on it. Electrode holder, the main work is this to hold the electrode. This device is non-conductor device. Non-conductor device it is because a worker has to keep sitting on it and do the welding. That is why it is made non-conductor device. Submerged arc welding process. Base metal is connected to negative energy source, whereas the electrode is connected with the positive source. In a few device, the granular flux is fixed with the electrode holder. If it is a very long eye section or a long pipe, then you have, it is always better to fix with the electrode holder, because while it is moving, the flux granular flux hopper and the flux coming out from it is also moving with the uniform speed, and it has with the controlled manner, in a controlled manner, and as a result you get the better welding quality. Power is on, so we will bring the electrode near the base metal is to the which we want to weld, where metals where have to start the welding with the help of electrode holder. When it touches the base material, the spark produces between them, and the same time the granular is also provided. I already said it protects the welding. Submerged arc welding advantages: high deposition rate. So, over 45 kg per hour have been reported. So, official data when you do the welding and it is a high rate. Now, so, when you are working on a girders, a pipe like that, welding speed is very important in order to keep the productivity high. You cannot suppose a bridge has to be made, you cannot keep on making the girder 6 months. I already given example, you cannot it is always advisable to complete the project in a short time. So, this type of welding is very productive. High operating factor is factor in mechanized application. Deep weld penetration. When students, I am saying deep weld penetration, I have taken this name in plasma arc welding, PAW also. When I say this, that means you have good weld quality, strong weld quality, deep weld penetration. Sound welds are really made with good process design and control. So, when I say good process and design, the what is the rate of moving rail, that is where the hopper and the welding torch is there, who is doing it, he is trained or not. So, you can achieve a very sound weld, but it has certain conditions. High speed welding of thin steels up to 5 meter per minute is possible. Minimal welding fume or arc light is emitted. When you see this welding, you students, when you, I will advise you to go on the YouTube channel and you can just write a submerged arc welding. You will hardly see any arc, because the arc is under the granules. You cannot see it, or you can see the lighting very small, very small to that area only, limited to that area. Practically no edge preparation is necessary depending on the joint configuration and required penetration. In many welding you need to prepare the joint, you need to clean the joints to be welded before welding, but here nothing such is required, because when nothing such is required, you can because it is a long piece, if you keep on removing the cleaning the workpiece, it will take time. So, this type of welding has been invented because of these thing only. Weld producers are sound, uniform, ductile, corrosion resistance and have good impact value. Single pass weld can be made in a thick plates with normal equipments. The arc is always covered under a blanket of flux, thus there is no change in spattering of the weld, spattering is not happening. So, here and there you need not worry about that, splatters will come and then you have to remove that. 50 to 90% of the flux is recoverable, recycled and reused. Students, like granules, you can imagine something, granules means a very tiny balls, it is kept in the hopper and it is covering the welding. Now, it can be removed back, put again in the hopper and can be reused. Submerged arc welding disadvantage. If there are advantages, I always say that there are disadvantages. Limited to ferrous material only, or and some nickel based alloys. Normally limited to long straight seams or rotated pipes or vessels. The pipe may be rotated and it gets welding. The I section is there, the girder, it will keep on moving straight. So, limited to long and straight steams, fine. Flux and slag residue can present a health and safety concern. Requires inter-pass and post weld slag removal. Slag has to be removed. I have shown you from the blue line, blue covering slag is there. So, it need to be chipped and removed. Require backing strips for proper root penetration. Restricted to high thickness materials. Submerged arc welding application, it is applicable to carbon steel. I have used IGARD, see here, structural and vessel construction, low alloy steels, stainless steels, electrical poles, wind turbines. Wind turbines means that giant pipes on which that wind turbine is mounted. Pipes, nickel based alloys, surfacing application, we are facing build up and corrosion resistance overlay of steels is possible with this. So, surface application is also possible with this. So, these are the references, students, you can utilize it. And submerged arc welding application, if you say, it is for heavy work, it is for single piece identity, big single piece identity can be welded from it. Remember students, you are doing advanced welding, and every advanced welding is cannot be used everywhere. Here if you are doing welding on a I section, if on a very big pipes, that pipes will be done in the circulated, you have to rotate that and the welding seam is going to do the welding. Then you have to understand that this submerged arc welding is very helpful. Mostly nowadays if you see fast construction project, this is possible because of. So, thank you student, see the references. Thank you students, you can utilize, I will advise you to see the video, YouTube video of submerged arc welding, and you will understand what I have said and why I have said this to see you, because from that you can visualize when you will become engineer, go in the industry, you will find. So, thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy this lecture. Thank you very much.